We're here with Big Scrap. Why don't you introduce yourself and the homie, and then we'll get this on the way.
What's really good? It's your boy Big Scrap, Compton Raymond Street.
What's the official name of the set as it is today?
Raymond Street Hustler, Compton Crip.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the history of that. So when did you first get familiar with the hood?
93 is when I first got familiar with it, and 94 is when I jumped off the porch.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so by that time, it was already Raymond Street Hustler, Compton Crip.
Exactly.
Okay. And right before you jumped off the porch, it was actually Raymond Street Hustler, and it had existed like that for many years.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know any about that history of how it went from Hustler to Crip?
Yeah, I know a little bit of history. Pretty much it was pressure. You know what I'm saying? It was either you stood tall or you fell hard, pretty much. And I think around 93, if I ain't mistaken, that's when the hood turned. That's when we turned Crips.
So a lot of your peers that were in your age group were some of the first ones to join during that transition.
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember some of the cats that you was rolling with back in '93? Because we talking about
Shit.
30 years ago.
Yeah. L-Dog, Scarface, Richard, Chuchi, Shamad, Deke, Randy, Yada. I mean, the list go on.
Now, when you said pressure, would you say a lot of that pressure came from the Nutty Blocks?
It did. It came from the Nutties. You know what I'm saying? It was, turn nutty. They pretty much trying to turn us nutty.
And either you turn nutty or what?
Turn nutty or you turn nothing. That was the history behind that.
Well, where we standing at right now, I'm looking over here in the backyard, and I see Nutty Block Compton Crip hit up on the wall. There's a garage back there.
Yeah, it must have been a time and era when both of us was hanging out together. You know what I'm saying? We still function with them, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, but it must have been a time where we was just like, everything we did was like this.
Now, when you first joined, was the tension between Nutty and Raymond waning, or was it already at a height?
It was like in between. It was like an in between, kind of like coming down, but at the same time, not at the same time, because you had younger homies that was younger than me that was feeling the pressure. And by me not looking my age, hanging out with the youngsters and shit like that, I caught a little bit of it.
So at the end of the day, the Nutties back in 93, 94, they wanted all of this just to be Nutty Block.
Exactly.
Okay. And I guess looking back at it, a lot of you guys are proud that you maintained your identity and kept your own specific identity.
Exactly, stay independent,
How do you feel about that? Break that down.
I feel good about that. For the simple fact is we able to stand on our own. We able to provide for our own. We able to branch out and still be together at the same time.
There's a lot of shit that ain't around no more.
Exactly. When I first came to the hood, it was family oriented. By me being in group homes or foster homes and not having my mom, not having my pops, the hood showed me that love. You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Oh. The hood showed me love, you feel me? So they embraced me. So I used to find myself over there on 163rd, hopping out the window, coming over here. Or if I'm at my auntie house, over there on Aprilla, shit, I'm leaving from over there, coming over here. Chilling with my guys.
Now, during that time period, there were dudes that decided to go from Raymond and become Nutty.
Facts.
At that time, how did you look at those that, quote unquote, turned their back on the Raymond Street identity?
No comment.
No comment.